Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today is Monday, November 5th. My name is Mansi, and this is today's market wrap-up. Tech slump drags on U.S. stocks as crude rallies. Apple-led technology shares lower after a report it won't boost iPhone production, and the Nasdaq 100 index pays declines among major equity benchmarks. On the other hand, broader U.S. stock indexes were mixed as investors weighed the outlook for elections Tuesday, along with signals that a trade deal between the world's biggest economies remain uncertain. U.S. congressional elections, seen as a referendum on the policies of President Donald Trump, take place Tuesday, and the Federal Reserve policy meeting is happening Thursday, when officials are expected to keep the benchmark rate unchanged but give clues for moves into 2019. Elsewhere, crude climbed as sanctions on iron oil snapped back into place on Monday. Going on to the next headline. The U.S. gives 8 Iran oil sanctions waivers as penalties ramp up. The U.S. gave a stark warning to companies around the world: evading sanctions on Iran will hurt. The U.S. imposed penalties on 700 individuals, banks, ships, aircraft, and companies tied to Iran's energy and financial industries. However, oil traded close to a 6-month low as Pompeo's tough talk was softened by his announcement of temporary waivers from penalties for 8 governments: China, India, Italy, Greece, Japan, South Korea, Taiwan, and Turkey. Lastly, Canadian consumers shake off months of NAFTA negotiation anxiety. Polling by Nanos Research shows household sentiment have fully recovered from the NAFTA negotiations. The change in sentiment highlights how the trade friction with the U.S. has been weighing on the Canadian economy, negatively affecting confidence among households and businesses. The data shows the improvement in Canadians' expectations for growth, which have fallen to the lowest in years amid concerns trade talks would falter. The overall index averaged 57.01 last month, which was the strongest level since May. The index hit its lowest levels this year in July, when frictions between Canada and U.S. were at their worst. And in terms of other announcements, the Bridge Lab invites you to our event, Breaking into Bay Street. Come join us how to learn into investment banking, private equity, and venture capital. Thank you for listening to today's Market Wrap-Up.